Republicans are taking nothing for granted. 12 News' Matt Smith goes inside the GOP for their very specific plan to keep Wisconsin red.
We have one across the street.
468 days until Election Day.
These people look like they're home.
150 to 200 doors a day.
Hi there, my name's Kyle. I'm just a volunteer at the Republican Party of Waukesha County.
Kyle Schrader is living walking proof. Old school retail politics is anything but dead.
We're seeing a lot in this county is a lot of support for Donald Trump right now.
This summer, Waukesha County Republicans are targeting a specific kind of voter, registered voters who the party doesn't know whether they're Republicans, Democrats, or independents.
I was wondering if you had time for a quick 30-second survey?
The data is critical for the state party to build the most comprehensive voter database ever.
Here's a person that we know is going to vote, but we don't have a lot of information as to which way that person is going to go.
Mark Jefferson is the Republican Party of Wisconsin's executive director in charge of the statewide effort to re-elect President Trump.
It's important for us to reach out to that individual at the doors, preferably, and build a relationship with that person and convince them that the Republican message is the right one for them.
Oh yeah, that was Cleveland and the delegation. All of
the Trump campaign is expected to officially arrive in Wisconsin this summer and will work closely with state party volunteers on the ground, building what state Republicans hope is the largest voter database in its history.
Is there a talk about the convention bump here in Milwaukee at all?
There is a lot of fretting about it. There's a lot of hand-wringing about the convention in Milwaukee, and at the end of the day, though, done this a few times, I don't know that it moves the needle all that much, but it definitely puts both sides front and center, and it just energizes both sides.
The RNC describes its operation to target and identify voters with near surgical precision.
We're talking about finding those people who have voted in the past, but not necessarily in every election.
That I will be president for all Americans.
In 2016, President Trump won Wisconsin by less than 1% of the vote, the first Republican to win the state since Ronald Reagan.
Trump all the way, USA!
Trump has visited Wisconsin 6 times as president.
Hello, Green Bay, thank you.
Including earlier this month, when the president attended a private fundraiser in Fox Point that RNC officials said raised $3 million.
I think the people of Wisconsin responded to his message because it works.
Already, the RNC and Trump campaign are training volunteers in Wisconsin on everything from social media to engaging potential voters.
Can you underscore enough how important the grassroots effort is going to be in determining who wins Wisconsin?
Huge. As I mentioned in our discussion here, we're down to a 1 to 2 point victory or a loss.
You know, it's interesting. You've got a situation this time around where in past years, motivating your base has been a problem sometimes.
Hi there.
That's not a problem this time.
But for Wisconsin's critical swing voters, the results of a more than year-long effort won't be known until Election Day.
We're trying to get the people to realize that what Donald Trump's been doing for
in neighborhoods across Wisconsin through a long, windy, and oftentimes unpredictable campaign trail.
It's not supposed to be easy to be able to get out and find out who people support. You're supposed to go out and reach out to your constituents in politics because you're supposed to be representing them. So that's kind of why I love it.
All right, Joey, so Republicans reject this notion overall that the convention alone will put Democrats over the top, and they point to this. In the last 2 cities where the Democratic conventions were held, Republicans won the state on Election Day.
All right, Matt Smith will also be part of our roundtable a little later. Thank you, Matt.